this is Elizabeth, and I am happy to be hopping along with you today. We are using hashtag Team Tiny September 2022 Hop, and when you go into the description, you click on that little hashtag, and it will pop you open a page full of the participants for this hop. I think there's 8 or 10 of us doing the September hop, and it is all about color. And I'm going to post the color wheel they chose to do with the hop, and I thought it was beautiful. So right there somewhere is the picture for this this hop, and I chose these patterns. I actually chose the pink ones first, okay? I thought they matched the best out of all of my papers, and this green even matched the one green on there, and with the light pink and whatnot. So I grabbed these ones, and then I was pulling out greens and oranges, and I was tossing them next to these, because I'm not going to be exact, but I'm going to be close enough that, you know, it's all going to still look good. And these were my choices. They started out as 12 by 12 sheets of paper. This one's got some fun texture in it. I've got a couple of plain ones and another texture one. The orange was the hardest one to find. Now, the fun thing is you don't have to use pattern paper. You can pull out your lovely inks, your oxides, your sprays, your whatevers you have handy. You can make your own. You can get it close to, or, you know, change it up. Maybe you don't like the muted tones. Maybe you do the pinks and the brights and the greens and the bright orange. You know, you could totally change it up to the way you want. I did pull in a black, but not for the main card. We're going to have scraps left over, and this is going to come in handy. This is a piece of high gloss black that I picked up at Crescent Creation. But yeah, such a lovely, lovely black. Now, it doesn't matter how you do it, okay? But this is how I'm doing it. And you can follow along. I've got measurements and everything. And you're going to want either a trimmer or some nesting dies. These are actually the Hero Arts Infinity dies. So these, they step down really close in the set. There's like 16 pieces to this. But I picked certain ones that I wanted. Okay, this one is a full page, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 square, or a rectangle. Sorry, it's a rectangle. But I used this big one for reference so I could see, you know, how the little ones were going to work in there. And the framing, you can do any size that you like. And then you're going to want some little bits, little butterflies or little flowers or little bugs, something that you can sprinkle on your paper and give it the movement, which we're going to create with this. And this again is a Hero Arts. This one is the butterfly one. And I chose to stamp that out of the pink. Okay. And this is why we have the black. Look at that. I have an extra card. This card is so ready to go. Wrap some ribbon around it or something. Drop a sentiment on there. And this card. So, from our scraps, our leftovers, we have a beautiful card. So, this die, we've made all of our butterflies. So, I've got that ready. I had some floss. This is embroidery floss. Of course, I always have green on hand, but I thought it was funny because it matched my colors. So we've got our bow, and I just tied a little bow. I put the two colors together and tied that. Okay. Now here's here's what I did. I want to make a 5x7 card. Okay. So I took the plain colors, the no fun colors, and I cut all of my papers down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. You know, our standard using size. And I decided I wanted the cover full of this. So those pieces I cut to 3 1/2 and just shy of 5. So it's not a perfect 5, it's just shy. So that when we put this on here, we're going to have a beautiful, super thin white line. And these two pieces will butt up with each other right there in the center and have this nice white border. Okay, 3 1/2 by just shy of 5. So 2 pieces, maybe black, maybe white, maybe cream, maybe green. Whatever your color combination is, your 2 base colors. Okay, and I'm choosing to put the orange at the bottom because I feel it's a little bit brighter, a little bit heavier. That, and it's not my favorite. So that is what we did with the solid colors. Okay, and then for our next piece, okay, the orange, that one we're going to use the whole thing. So I didn't have to cut that down at all. So it is our 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, right in the center, just like so. And then we're gonna cut a piece to go into the center of that. Okay, lots of layering. And so I took my dies and I figured out which one I wanted, what size I wanted. Okay, and to do that, all you gotta do is you take your nesting dies and you place it on there. Do you want a ginormous big border of this orange? Use a smaller one. If you want less border, use a bigger one. And that's all I did, is I just eyeballed to see what I wanted. Okay, and so I cut this one, which measures 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. And you don't need the dies. You can just cut this, but what I did is I saved the pieces. Okay, so I have a frame. I tried to center it the best I could to create a frame to use this for another card. Okay, so there's our colorful piece right there. That's where that's gonna go. Okay, so we got our, I pulled in 2 oranges and 2 green. Well, the picture shows 2 greens, 2 pinks, and an orange, but I wanted 2 oranges. So I'm hungry. I need 2 oranges. So that was this lighter patterned paper, something bright to pull everything together. And then this piece of green, okay, I took and I gutted it. Okay, so I have a frame for something else. So that's an extra frame. Okay, and then out of the center, I cut, okay, so this was the center. So I cut this piece again out of the center. So I would have this nice thin strip. And this strip is 4 1/4 by 3. So if you want to cut that out and then just gut the little inside out, okay, 4 1/4 by 3, and that's the outside measurement. Okay, did I give the measurement for this? 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. And there's that. So that's going to sit there like that. Then our little bow, okay, just like so. And then we use that pink to do our little bits, okay? So what I'm going to do, I've got all my leftovers and extras and whatnot. I can make this card a couple of times in different ways because I have extras. But what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to scooch this stuff out of my way, because that's what was left of those when I trimmed those. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and fast forward while I put this together. Okay. And leave you guys a little bit of music. I'll be right back. So while this one was drying, look at those butterflies popped up beautifully. Something like this where you're paper heavy, you can put die cuts, stickers, all sorts of stuff in there just to add a little bit of movement. Isn't that the cutest? Or you could put a focal image in there. Maybe you have a big piece of ephemera. Let that ephemera come out. Even it would have looked good with some flowers. Maybe nothing that big, but you could definitely put something with a little bit of movement in there. Or a directionality. Like if it was a flower, maybe it was arching or something. But I'm really happy with this. The measurements will be down in the description for you. And I love that. And then I did put this one together. And this here is just a sentiment I printed and foiled. So if you have a die or something fun, you could cut it out of foil paper if you don't have the foiling ability. If you have a nice word stencil, you could stencil it with some texture paste or something, just something unique. And I added a little bit of pop of green in there just to break the pink up a little bit. But I thought the pink on pink would be a lot of fun. And then this one, okay, I used the scrap frames. So see, this little piece came right out of there, which allowed me to highlight a little bit of pink. There's that little piece. So even if you see a color combination, maybe you like something out of it. Like the pinks and the greens I thought went really well together. And these little goodies, I cut these a while back during another video, and I had my extras, and I was like, ooh, we'll put those in there. And changing how they come off the page adds a little bit of interest. Like this one might be behind the frame and this one's in front of the frame. But those are the cards that I made for the hop today. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I would greatly appreciate it. And there's no giveaway, but I am going to give away the set. So if you would like all 3 of these cards, leave a comment down below, and I will enter you to win. And in a week's time, so this is Saturday morning, so next Saturday I will announce and comment at your comment that you won if you want to win. Thank you for hanging out with me today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Have fun hopping along. Be sure to drop down into the description, click on that hashtag Team Tiny September 2020 words are hard 2022 hop, and that will take you to the other creators with this beautiful color palette design inspiration. Thanks so much. Oh, and if you guys want to use hashtag, use that hashtag Chat with Sassy on Instagram. I'd love to see what you make if you want to share on Instagram. And yeah, that would be super fun. Thanks a lot, everyone. Bye-bye.